How to lucid dream tonight. Lucid dreaming is not as hard as you might think, and you will get results very fast once you try it. Now, there are many different tips to give. I'm gonna explain to you the ones that I use and that work for me, and I'm gonna touch upon some of the other tips that other people give but that I don't use myself. Okay, let's go. In essence, there is only one thing that you need to do to start lucid dreaming, and that is be active with your dreams. So, step one is remembering your dreams. As soon as you wake up in the morning or in the middle of the night, no matter when you wake up, you you keep lying still, eyes closed, don't move a muscle, and you focus on your dream and you remember your dream and you recite it in your head. Because as soon as you start really waking up, opening your eyes, moving, then the dream immediately fades. But when you stay in this semi sleep state, the dream is still there in your mind. So then you kind of rehearse the story in your mind, you imprint it so that you remember it. Another thing that you can do is you can have your phone or some other recording device next to your bed, and as soon as you wake up, you take your phone, one movement that you would like to make, and you record your dream. Or even better, you stay still, eyes closed, imprint your dream, and when the imprint is solid, then you take your phone and you record it. Or you can write it as well, of course. Have a book next to your bed. Now, I don't do the writing or the recording immediately. What I did when I first started doing these things was the dream imprint. So as soon as you wake up, no matter if it's in the night or in the morning, you work on remembering the dream, grabbing hold of it. And when you do that, more and more dream fragments will come back. So at first you just remember the ending, but when you're thinking about it, the story goes kind of backwards. You start remembering the middle part and maybe even the start of the dream. The dream. So this is what I did at first. Then I thought about the dream some more while I was getting ready for breakfast or no matter what, so that it's really, really solid in your mind. And then when I had a spare moment during the day, I wrote it down on my computer in as much detail as I could remember. And very fast, I could remember multiple dreams per night because I used to like wake up 2 or 3 times in the night, but very short, just enough time to imprint the dream, and then I would go back to sleep. But then in the morning, as I was lying there, I could remember those other dreams of during the night. So I really had a collection of dreams, and it took quite long in the end to write them all down in detail. So this is the first thing. Remember your dreams, write them down or record them. So be active with your dreams. And another very good thing to be active with the dreams is to tell them to someone. Preferably someone who is interested in dreams. You have two types of people. Types of people that love dreams and types of people that don't think anything about it. They think they never dream. They it's just weird and not to the point. But anyway, so find someone that likes dreams and tell your dreams to each other. Or just impose them upon your partner. Why not? That's what a partner is for. So, by doing this, by being really active with the dreams, by showing the universe or whoever is listening, the dreams are really important to you, automatically you will start becoming lucid during a dream. And how this goes is just for no reason at all, at least for me at first, for no reason at all, in the middle of the dream, I suddenly realized, I'm dreaming. I'm in the dream world. And one time was really fascinating, really at the very start of my lucid dreaming adventure. I, for some reason, I said, this is a dream reality. There is another reality as well. And I meant this reality where we are now. It was so fascinating when I woke up. I said, why did I call it a dream reality? I mean, that's so interesting because now I know that I've worked so much with lucid dreams that it is its own reality, kind of just as real as this one, because this one isn't that real either. But that's beside the point. So these are the major tips. Just be active with the dreams, remember them. Very important first step because It doesn't matter if you don't remember any dreams right now. I started like that as well. I kind of never dreamed except for the nightmares, which I forgot as soon as I could. So, but that doesn't matter. Everyone can remember their dreams just by taking the time in the morning or in the night to imprint your dream. Then write them down or record them and tell them to someone to really, really be active and to say to the universe, yes, dreams are important to me. And chances are very big that this will make you lucid automatically. Now, there are lots of other tips that I've heard. Like some people do things during the day, like ask themselves the questions, am I dreaming during the day? And then you'll ask yourself that question at night, or they do dream checks, like touch your skin. Yeah, it's awake skin, and then you touch your skin at night if you do it regularly, and then you'll feel a difference or something like that. But I don't do any of those dream checks, as they call it. I do something else though. So, but still, main thing, active with the dreams. But then the kind of the game changer is waking up at night, because lucid dreams mostly happen during the last part of the night. You could call it the morning, even really the last part of your sleep. You lucid dream when you are not that tired anymore. So yeah, actually another important game changer, get enough sleep. If you don't get enough sleep, if you only sleep 6 hours every night, then you will not have a lot of lucid dreams, because the lucid dreams happen in those last hours of sleep when you are rested. So really, you need to sleep a lot. Ah, nice, I love sleeping. So be active with the dreams, sleep a lot, and then third game changer, when you wake up in the night, I used to hate it, like, oh no, I'm awake and it's not morning yet, and oh no, am I gonna fall asleep again or not? I'm gonna be so tired, blah, 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 blah. Waking up during the night is a great thing, especially if you're really, really awake, because if you're super awake and then you fall back asleep, chances of having a lucid dream are super high. Well, now I'm that far that I lucid dream very, very often, but especially in the middle part, I would say, in the middle part of my journey, I would have most of my lucid dreams after having waken up in the night, like at 5 a.m. or something. And I get up at 8 or 9, so yeah, still a lot of sleep after that. So some people set their alarm clocks to wake up during the night to trigger lucid dreams. I never did this, and I don't think it's necessary, because when you give the signal to the universe, to your higher self, that you are getting active with dreams, that you want to lucid dream, they will wake you up for you, and they will have the perfect timing of when you need to wake up. And this might sound so bizarre, but really try it out. It works. Your higher self is there for you. They will take care of this. So you just give this signal very intentionally, maybe during a meditation or just now or during the day, no matter when. You say, I want to get lucid. I want to work with my dreams. I want to get active with my dreams. So please wake me up in the night at the right timing. You don't even have to say that. They know when you start working with your dreams, they will automatically do this. So they will wake you up during the night. So what do you do when you wake up? First, doesn't really matter. You imprint the dream that you just had. Pink thing. You imprint the dream that you just had, and then you will start thinking about your groceries and your kids and no matter what is playing in your life. But then you're like, no, wait, my higher self woke me up. So idea is to go back to sleep and to lucid dream. So it's difficult to go back to sleep once you are quite rested, because that's the phase you want to be in. You want to be rested so that you can lucid dream, but you want to fall asleep again, obviously. So how you do this is by going out of your thoughts. It's your thoughts that keep you awake. Every time that you are tired but you cannot sleep, it's always your thoughts keeping you awake. So find a way to get out of them. There are many ways. You have the traditional meditations, like thoughts are clouds and they drift by or something. What I do two things. Either I go to my heart space. That's my preferred way of doing it right now, but I always change. So what I do is I imagine my thoughts floating around my head, and my consciousness, my attention is on those thoughts. And I see it as golden light. So the golden light of my consciousness is completely in the thoughts wrapped around my head. And then I take my consciousness out of there, I visualize it going to my heart. And then I visualize really being in the heart space. My heart space is greenish yellow, a bit like this color. So I imagine seeing that color around me. And then when a thought comes back, just like in the traditional meditations, you take your consciousness out of that thought again and you go back to the heart. And that's one way. Another way that's really nice is speaking light language in my thoughts. I have a separate video on how you can learn to speak light language. It's really not as hard as you think, and it works really well. So then I have the intention of I want to fall asleep and have a lucid dream, and I'll just start speaking light language in my mind, in my thoughts, until I sleep. Works very well, very well. The advantage of this is that you are doing something active with the thoughts, and every time that your thoughts drift off, you'll kind of notice, because you are speaking this light language, and another part of your thoughts is drifting, and you'll be like, oh yeah, let go of that thought and just focus on the light language again. And if you cannot speak light language yet, then you can just use no matter what words or phrase. Like in the beginning, when I couldn't speak light language myself, I, for example, used the phrase of I want to lucid dream. And I just kept repeating it in my thoughts. I want to lucid dream. I want to lucid dream. So, and then your thoughts will wander, but it's so weird. You have this one voice in your thoughts repeating this phrase, and you have other voices wandering. And because that voice is still repeating the phrase, you notice the other thoughts drifting. And you can say, okay, I let those go, and I focus again on the phrase. And this, it might take a while, especially at first, but it usually works. Very occasionally it doesn't work. No idea why. Maybe because there are more important things to do than lucid dream at the time. I have a lot of automatic movements of my physical body, releasing trauma that way. And sometimes I just focus on those, and I'm like, okay, lucid dreaming or sleeping isn't happening anymore. Let's do something else. But that's rarely. Most of the times when I get out of my thoughts, I fall asleep, and very often I go directly into a lucid dream, because you fall asleep in a very conscious, in a very intentional way. And this really helps being lucid. Because what is being lucid? It's being conscious in your dream. It's having more consciousness. And the more conscious you are when you fall asleep, the more conscious you are when you're dreaming. So with these things, being active, well, remembering the dreams, being active with them, getting enough sleep, and then when you wake up during the night, really get out of your thoughts and focus on lucid dreaming, for example. Focus on your intention of lucid dreaming, or anyway, get out of your thoughts and fall asleep again. You will lucid dream for sure, no doubt about it. But then being lucid is the first step. Then in the dream, you have to maintain lucidity. And at first, this is difficult. You will be lucid for a moment, and then you'll go on automatic dream pilot again. And this is fine. Practice makes perfect. Just keep going. There are tips of how to stay lucid. I don't think I ever did any of that. It was just by being lucid more and more often, it just automatically becomes stronger. One thing I do have is I have a lot of false awakenings. And this is so annoying, because then you're lucid, you're doing things that you want to do in your dream, and suddenly you wake up and you're like, I was just lucid, damn it, why did I wake up? And then you didn't wake up at all. It was just in the dream you had the idea that you were waking up. And this is so real, because I once had that I had this false awakening, so I thought that I woke up, but immediately afterwards I got lucid again. So I still had a memory of how I woke up, and I realized it was so realistic. I mean, it was in my bedroom. I kind of heard the noises that I usually hear. I smelled the right smells. It was really no wonder that we get caught that way, because it's so real. It's like you really, really wake up. And why is this? It's because there is another team. This life is a game, and we're playing this game, and we have adversaries. And they don't want you getting lucid in the dreams, because it's such a powerful thing. So when you get lucid and when you're doing good things, they will create a false awakening in your dream, so to get you out of the lucidity. And I did try to find a trick for that at some point, like when I wake up, even if I think it's a real awakening, which I always think, or usually, then I just pretend that I'm still dreaming, so to kind of stay lucid that way. But then all of these tricks, like it's the same with the tricks of doing things during the day so that you get lucid at night. I never do them. I'm not motivated, and I know why, because they are not needed. So I try to do that trick of when I wake up, I pretend that I'm still dreaming, but I did it like 2 times. And then it doesn't matter because I have so many false awakenings now that I start recognizing them in my dreams. And I get lucid automatically again, or I just sometimes stay lucid during the false awakenings. So, yeah, the main tip, as I see it, is really just being active with the dreams, have the intention of lucid dreaming, work with your higher self when they wake you up at night, just kind of follow the flow, sleep a lot. And that's all that's needed. Other tricks of doing no matter what aren't really needed. Just focus on dreams and things will happen. So, how to get lucid really fast, maybe even tonight, is have the intention of I want to lucid dream. When you wake up during the night or in the morning, you stay perfectly still, eyes closed. You remember your dream in as much detail as possible. You really imprint it, you imprint the story. During the day, when you have a moment, you either record it in a speaker or you write it down, you tell it to a friend, you're active with the dreams, you make sure that you get enough sleep. And when you wake up during the night, you say, yes, yay, I'm gonna lucid dream. You get out of your thoughts and you fall asleep again. And then, definitely, no doubt, you will start lucid dreaming, and that's when the fun part begins because I have lots of other videos of how you can use lucid dreams for having fun, but also for healing. They are a super powerful tool for that. So, check those videos out, like this video if you liked it, follow the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.